You ever get that feeling to just get up in the middle of the night and tinker on a bicycle? Well, I do. This is my dad's Klunker. So, the dad Klunker. But this is a bike I picked up for him a couple of years ago, or roughly. And, like, when we got it, whatever badging from whatever brand this bike was from was already long gone. We don't know who made it. We don't know why, how, what, who, when, where, why. Yeah? But it's a good bike, really solid. But also terribly underridden because he is almost never on it. Especially due to various things making him depressed. And he just didn't feel like riding. So, I have decided that since I fixed up my mom's Klunker with a new seat and better handlebars, I'm going to fix this up too. Granted, its handlebars are just fine. The only thing I don't like is that you can't turn the front all the way around. Let's see. This is old school. He likes old school. I like old school. We're single-speed people. But we just don't live in an area with great riding opportunities. We're out in the country. The roads are all hilly and steep, up and down. There's not really any decent place to ride unless you like some gravel riding on our long driveway, which I happen to try to do roughly once a day, so my legs don't turn to jelly. These I ripped off of a, I don't know, 30, 40-year-old Huffy Cruiser. Probably not the original pedals that were on it, but they're good, grippy pedals. They're the kind that, as far as I can tell, don't have bearings in them. Oh, no, wait, maybe they do. But, probably not. They're probably just the riveted in ones that don't have bearings. It's just plastic on a metal rod. But if anything, that's their good point here, because these will last. They're not going to be used in any particularly rough riding, so why not use them? I've already used some WD-40 on the threads, so they should mount up just fine. Whether or not he notices the differences, I don't think he'll mind either. It's kind of hard to take pride in a bike you don't use. But this will be just good enough for him to ride, and maybe he'll take it for a spin with my mom and her Klunker once he starts feeling better. We're all kind of going through some family drama right now, and it's not really something that I want or need to talk about on YouTube. It's not for that subject. I mean, it'd probably be for Jerry Springer, but we're not there. Yep. Yep, working just fine. Now to lube the chain. Oh God, I'm almost out of lube. Don't you just hate it when you run out of lube at the worst times? Seriously. That can is about empty. Yep. No more lube. No more lube to grease the wheels. Now I gotta buy lube. It sucks that I was in town earlier and that was not on the shopping list. Found another old can of lube, which was just barely enough to finish the chain. And the dollar store hadn't had any good tool bench lube in stock for a while, so I guess to the Home Depot. Alright, now I am going to take off the front wheel because the center spool or hub of the front wheel, it's covered in rust, and I don't want that to get any worse. So I'm just going to take some silver Rust-Oleum and paint it, but I don't want to get any on the bike. So off it comes. This is a speckly silver Rust-Oleum. It'll coat this hub just fine. I wish I had regular silver for this, but I bought this for repainting parts so they'd look better. So speckled it is. Yeah. See, that center hub looks a lot better now. And nobody's going to pay much attention to it. So it'll do. No, you stay put. Ah. I don't really have to wait for this paint to dry since this wheel's just going right back on. Yeah. That'll do. You always want to use some kind of silver paint because then it'll match the spokes. Because the spokes are metal finish of some sort. So spray a silver or metallic silver Rust-Oleum on it, and hardly anybody will notice. Unless they're black, then use black. Over at the bike shop, the head mechanic, I've seen him touch up rims and spokes just using a can of matte black because it's one of the most universal paints for working on bikes. So that, but it's not what we're using here. Nothing really particularly wrong with this seat, but I had one just like it on my personal Klunker Huffy Eldorado, and I absolutely hated it. If I hate it, he might too. So we're just going to nip this little bad boy off and replace it with a much better seat that I found at a thrift shop. I really don't like this style of seat anyways because, see the seat that's going on to it, it's uses a bar system for the sliders, while this utilizes sort of a flat sheet metal system or whatever, but it's just crap. Carl! There's a dead human in our house! Whoa, hey! How'd he get there? Carl! What did you do? Dad Klunker seat on. Even just visually, this is already a massive improvement. Sounds like the cat wants in again. She wants anywhere where I am. Oh, come on in if you want. Yes. Kitty. Yeah. You're happy to see me. You see, I'm working on Dad Klunker. Yeah. Alright. Now go on, son. Get out of here. You're bothering me. It's a nice big butt seat for a big butt dad. Yeah. He used to be a trucker, so he knows sitting. Well, the chain is lubed, and I cleaned the bike before making this video, so I guess the Dad Klunker is done. Yeah. Stuff be falling in here. It's cursed, I tell ya. It's cursed. Because we have the cursed kitty. Yes. Hello, cursed kitty. Meow. Hello. She's just staring at me. No, don't come closer. No.